Hello, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium once again. Today I did a video where I went to these social sites, AOL, MSN, Yahoo, and just flashed through some of the articles and let my guys announce what they saw in it. So I'm just going to read you what I wrote down. Also, I've removed PayPal buttons from my website because PayPal's, I don't know, like demanding a lot of stuff. It's they make you angry, so you just don't want to deal with them anymore. So I'm using square buttons on my website. Work just as well. First thing I saw was Chinese Taiwan ongoing animosity. China wants Taiwan back, and Taiwan wants to remain free because they have been for 70 years. And someone clearly said it's just a matter of time till they make a deal. China doesn't want Taiwan to wander too far from the fold. China buys most of its pineapple, things like that. They're just not going to buy any of it. They're thinking they'll hurt them that way economically. Well, we eat a lot of pineapple here. I'm sure we'll just buy it here. That really campaign doesn't work. They're not going to attack them. But it's just a matter of time. Taiwan and China don't stray too far from the fold. That's all they're telling them. Don't think that you can, wander away from us. And really, they're two separate countries and have been for so long that their customs and habits are not the same or anything else. And then I saw this article about moving on to the next thing, India and COVID, and they said rampant. So COVID in India is just rampant. They don't, customs in the country don't allow for it to slow down. And I believe they don't have enough shots to inoculate everybody, so it's just going to run through there rampantly. That's the word, rampant. India, rampant COVID. Nothing new there. Kind of, we feel for them, but there's people in their neighborhood that live in the same neighborhood as them that could be helping them that really aren't. So that's part of the problem. Here's a good one. U.S. birth rate falls to the lowest point in 100 years. It's not just U.S. birth rate. It's birth rate around the world. Why? Iffy Times does that. Women don't want to have children they can't support. Jobs are really not existent. Housing's not good. There's so many things that are getting better. And I look for the birth rate to go up. And they're saying a year or two. In a year or two, birth rate will begin to climb again. Because someone's saying economic necessity. I don't know what that means. Anyway, without birth rate, you don't have a country. Montana's going to refuse unemployment aid from the government because no one's going to work. Well, we've known about that for months. And I believe that'll continue for a while, and then things will get back to normal. They're taking a drastic measure which makes them look kind of sad. And this is where big government is influenced by big business. State government controlled by big business concerns. We can't have our people not showing up to make hamburgers, so take away their money and they'll go back to work. This is sad, but that's what it's coming to. Giuliani, he's going down. There's so much evidence against him. Lawsuit is inevitable that he's in poor health. Someone's saying so. He sort of babbles a lot, and that's a sign of it might be used as a defense that he's dementia and a lot of other things, which I think are provable. So it might be used as a defense for him saying that Dominion cheated on the counting of votes and all that stuff, which of course has been disproven. Now he's got $1 billion lawsuit against him. Anyway, Bill and Melinda Gates divorce. Doesn't matter anyway. There's a lot about it on the internet, but who really cares? These are not people like me or you. They're multi-billionaires that have been giving away the money they gouged out of the economy for decades. You have any sympathy for them? Ooh, okay. Someone's saying when money becomes a prime focus of your life, you lose. Love gets weaker. Money's your main focus. You're not working on each other. Staying in touch. So that's all that's happened there. There's nothing new there. And you know, there are families that stay together because if they divorce, the money's lost. These two don't care. It's so much money it won't matter. American students found guilty in killing of Italian policeman. No surprise there. Recounting the votes in Arizona. You know, states hired another bunch of crazies to go in and recount the votes. Waste of time accomplishes nothing. Results will be the same. In Texas, they're contemplating a law allowing anybody to carry a gun. Anybody. Without a license to carry. The policemen don't like it because a license to carry tells them that you've passed a class, that you know how to shoot, that you know the laws, that you passed a background check, which they worry about every time they go out on the street, which is why a lot of people are getting shot, because people are carrying guns that normally wouldn't carry guns. They see almost anything they shoot. It's a sign of the times, someone's saying. It's sad, but it's a sign of the times. It has happened many times in the past, and it'll happen again until cooler heads prevail. This guy out there every afternoon, he hasn't figured out how to shut his alarm off. I live in Texas, and most people in Texas that you meet at things like that, they shouldn't be carrying a cell phone. Forget a gun. More people will probably be shot because a policeman sees a gun, he doesn't know the guy. If you're carrying a gun, he'll say, "Do you have a license to carry?" and you show it to him, and then you're okay. He knows you passed background test and how to use it and have had qualified training. Some guy just got one stuck in his belt. That scares it. It not only scares them, it scares the heck out of me. I think I told this story. I was in a. I'm not going to say the name of it because I've repeated their name too often. I was in a burger place one day, and a guy came up with a gun on his hip and he started talking. I didn't know this guy. He started saying, "You got to get your handgun. You got to start carrying a gun. You're messing with your rights if you don't carry a gun." And I'd seen him in there maybe a half dozen times with a gun on his hip. And scary because he's loud and a little crazy. And I looked him in the eye and I said, "You know, the only thing in this place that scares me is you with that gun and the loud talking. No one here is trying to take your gun away, but you're yelling at people as though they are." Someone's saying lunatic fringe. Isn't that a song years ago? Lunatic fringe? Sounds right. Sounds like Can't remember. Dark Side of the Moon. Is it that group? Anyway, one of you will tell me, as you always do, and I'm quite thankful for your helping me. We have a Go Live Healing. We'll have Go Live free readings on the 16th on a Sunday, 2 o'clock Central Time. And we have Go Live Healing, which has been really good. They both are really good. On the 30th of this month at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, United States. And we have had people from other countries join in. They must be setting their alarm clocks to get up. But it's quite powerful. It's quite powerful. One person decides to do something, it kind of is good. 2 people get together, it gets interesting. 100 people get together, and it's a cult. It's a positive experience enriching cult of some kind where hate is dissolved like sugar and we're all working together for the same purpose, helping somebody other than ourselves. I always find that I feel great after one of those sessions. I feel better, and other people have noticed if they're just listening that it does something for them. I'm thinking of extending that a little longer. It doesn't seem like that I'm taking enough time with that. And we have some really experienced healers that are, I think like I may be cutting them short. I should be allowing them to continue on. Anyway, stop watching post-apocalyptic movies. As one person told me recently, one of our members, YouTube members, they stopped watching the news, and their life got immediately better. Why? Because it's mostly negative, and it's not news. It's gossip. It's the same old gossip crap, like what some of that I just talked about. The Gates family getting a divorce. Who cares? I think it's been dead for a long time, but again, if one of their people weren't planning these stories, who would even know? Peanut's not in here today. My wife's not in here today. They're in the other room. And we've been having a great time. I hope you are seeing things get better for you, as they will. Things have a way of turning around if you let them. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.